So I'm going to show you how to make these very easy tassel earrings out of embroidery floss and beads. To make the tassel with the embroidery floss, you can actually just take it as is. You buy it like that in the store, already wound. If you want to actually wind it around a piece of cardboard to make it a little smaller, you can, but I'm actually just going to take this as is and take my wire. And I want to do the same thing I did with the chain one. So I just bend this back at a right angle and then make a bit of a loop around, like a loose loop like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is actually slide the embroidery floss in the loop like that. Okay. So we'll just slide it in there. Make the loop a little bigger if you have to. Okay. And then we want to close it and then twist this around to make a full turn to hold it in place. Okay, so we have it secured in there, and we're going to trim it. So once you have the top secured, you can actually tie a little piece of the black thread around there to keep it all, the tassel all black if you want. I'm going to just make it a little fancier using the silver colored wire. So I'm going to hold this just about 1/2 inch from the top there with my thumb and my finger, and we're going to wind it completely around as tightly as you can because you really want it snug. Okay, so we're going to wind that around a few times, wiggle it down if you need to. Hold it and then just wind it around, say 3-4 times, so it looks nice and secure like that. And then once you've done that, you can actually just trim the end to, maybe have a little 1/8 of an inch sticking up. And then if you want to tuck that little end in, you're just going to bend it on a bit of a right angle, and with your flat pliers you can actually pinch it in. Okay, so the same thing on this side. You're going to trim this little end to about 1/8 of an inch, because you don't want too much of an end. And then you'll just bend it on a bit of a right angle and stick it into the tassel, like really pinch it in there so it stays secure. So then you have it nice and secure there, and then at that point you're just going to kind of pull it down, see how long you want your tassel, and we're going to cut it with our scissors. So now we're just going to measure how long you want your tassel to be. Depends if it's going to be earrings or a necklace. So if I want to make earrings, I want to make sure I'm not using like more than half of this strand. So I think I will make earrings. So I'm going to cut it to about here, and then I'll have enough to make a pair with the other side. Okay, and just trim it nicely. And then once you've got that, you can actually put some beads up here to make it a little prettier. So for the beads, I found a little bead cap that I'm going to put at the top like that. And then I'm going to add a little hematite bead and a little metal flower bead like that. So that's a nice combination of beads. And then to do the loop for the earring, we bend it back at about a 45-degree angle, use our round pliers and do a loop it around so it's secure, and then we'll just cut it. You could pinch in the end if you need to, and then we'll just get our earring hook, slide the earring on top, and it's done. Now if you find this part is crinkly, you can just give it a little spray with a spray bottle of water and give it a light iron to make sure it stays flat in place.